Let me ask you something. Do custom GPTs seem boring to you? Have you ever struggled to get ChatGPT to follow complex instructions exactly the way you intended? If you're like me, this is probably one of the biggest hurdles in actually getting custom GPTs to outperform the vanilla ChatGPT models in any significant way. Welcome to the Prompt Engineering Workshop. Today, I'd like to showcase something that I haven't really seen anyone do before, at least as far as I'm aware, which is to utilize pseudocode to increase both the token efficiency and the instruction following precision to accomplish complex tasks. For starters, let me show you an example of what this looks like in practice. This system prompt is designed to track the number of messages sent to ChatGPT and resets the count as soon as 3 hours have passed since the first message, helping the user be aware of how many messages they have left. Now, for most people, this looks pretty strange. Especially if you're not familiar with coding, it may even seem a little intimidating. For any programmers out there, it probably just looks like an abomination. But I promise you, it's not quite as unintuitive as it may initially seem. I'm planning a full series that will take you step by step through all the concepts used in the system prompt. But for now, simply take a look at what this type of prompting can do and decide for yourself if you're interested in learning more. For starters, let's take a quick look at how ChatGPT behaves when it's given this as a system prompt. As you can see, something really interesting is happening here. ChatGPT is almost programmatically following the instructions as if it were a program running code. Yet it also retains the functionality of regular ChatGPT, almost like a blend of a chatbot and a program. All done by simply feeding it instructions in a precise way that leaves little room for misunderstanding. And just to reiterate, no code is actually being run here. All that is happening is GPT-4 is accurately predicting what the code would do, which in and of itself is extremely fascinating. So for now, let's take a big step back and really dissect what's going on here. First off, what is pseudocode? Pseudocode is basically what it sounds like. Pseudocode, or maybe more accurately, very simplified code, watered down with human language. For example, let's take a look at the code snippet. If x is equal to null, x equals y. If we talk through what is happening in the code, we could describe it as, if x does not have a value, change the value of x to the value assigned to y. This is pseudocode. One of the most powerful aspects of large language models is its ability to interpret text data based on context. We can leverage this ability by seamlessly swapping between explicit instructions written in code and broad interpretable instructions written in English. Let's go back to the original system prompt and take a look at a code snippet and walk through what's happening. In this code snippet, we are asking GPT-4 to increase the value of x every time the user replies, effectively creating a simple counting mechanism, all accurately predicted by the neural network without any code actually running. By using code such as x equals 1 and x plus plus, we are strongly invoking that these instructions should be followed programmatically. There is no way to misunderstand what the interaction between x equals 1 and X++s, effectively creating a small self-contained situation in which the output of GPT-4 is entirely predictable. We also utilize English when the user replies in an extremely simple way to imply that the code X++ should be executed upon the input from the user. This works because human language is extremely efficient at conveying meaning because it assumes both parties understand the context. As a general rule of thumb, when balancing between English and code, I always try to minimize the read token usage, as in the amount of stuff that GPT-4 needs to read, as long as it does not sacrifice the understandability of the instructions. Anyways, I think that's it for now. As mentioned earlier, my next few videos will be focused on walking you through creating the original system prompt from scratch at a beginner's level. If you can't wait that long, or you just want the prompt to play around with, I've included it in the description below. If you thought this video was at all interesting, any likes and subscribes would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you'll stick around to see what I have in store next. Have a wonderful day.